on the best lawn in town. Saturday, June 3rd at 11 a.m., it's Brews and Skews, presented by York Traditions Bank. Party in the outfield where the York Revolution play and enjoy skewered foods, 16 varieties of craft brews, music, and entertainment for all ages. There's even a cornhole tournament. That's Brews and Skews, the free party at People's Bank Park on Saturday, June 3rd. Get all the details at brewsandskews.com.
The Revolution plays Play Ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Matt Present here with Brian Pounds before Game 2 with the Skeeters. And Brian, I've noticed you working the last couple of days with Mal and trying to get your stroke down. What is it that you're working on specifically?
Yeah, mainly, when you're struggling, honestly, I've been working on a lot of things, and, he's just been kind of talking to me about a couple things. Polo's been talking to me about a couple things, Mace. So, getting directions from a lot of different areas, and, today I was just really working on keeping my front shoulder down, and that felt great. So, that's what I'm going to stick with. And, when I'm going well, my front shoulder is definitely down. I try not to think about anything when I'm actually in the game. I'm trying to just have a good at-bat. But just lately, my shoulder's been flying. But today, had a great BP, so hopefully it carries over into the game.
Your average might not be where you want it to be, but I feel like every time I see you come to the ballpark, you have a smile on your face, you enjoy being out there. What is it, whether it's just hanging around the guys or taking BP, that you enjoy so much about the experience here?
I think for me, personally, it's definitely a God-given purpose. I believe, this is just where I'm supposed to be, and that definitely helps me. And, being around a great group of guys, even though our record definitely doesn't show that we're a good team. This is a great team in the clubhouse. I think it will carry over into the field. Right now, we're just playing that baseball where either the hitters aren't hitting or the pitchers aren't pitching. It's, we can't really get anything going in the right direction right now, but I know it will. It's still pretty early in the half. But it's just baseball. You show up, and I think it's just keeping a good perspective. Like, it's a blast playing the game. You show up and play a game every day for a living, so it's great.
Last night started 16 straight games against the 3 teams ahead of you. Is that something that you guys can collectively kind of rally around and say, okay, or, the opportunity's there, let's go take it?
Yeah, absolutely, because, the majority of this season we haven't been playing in our division, so it's, kind of a blessing in disguise that we've been playing so bad against, granted, we just played the Skeeters. But, yeah, rolling into that, I think it is going to be kind of a second win, and like I said, I think we're going to get the ball rolling. I just think we need something. I don't know what it is. We need that spark to kind of get the ball rolling in the right direction, and playing the teams in our division coming up, I think this is the time to do it.
Lastly, we were just talking a little bit about Josh Wilson, and you mentioned his leadership, and you were obviously close with him. Do you feel that you can kind of shoulder that leadership that he may have left behind?
Well, first of all, I'm going to go on the record and say I do not like Josh Wilson. I never have, never will. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, you in independent ball, wherever you're playing in baseball, you're going to lose guys either to another team or, getting released. So losing a guy like Josh Wilson was definitely a dagger to the team. We're all happy for him. Not really, but we are happy for him. I know he's having a great time with the Rangers. I think, it's got to be collectively. I definitely want to step up, and since this will be my 3rd season here, and kind of rally the troops. But, I think we just got to collectively as a whole just kind of come together on the field, because we already are off the field. We have great cohesiveness and camaraderie. Now we just need to carry it over onto the field.
All right, thanks, Brian. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, Brian Pounds joining Matt Present after BP earlier today. We will take a timeout here in the pregame. We'll check in with Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report up next.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at People's Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Blyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the salute to veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Well, Mace, last night you had base runners every inning, but just couldn't seem to bunch the hits together. And then on the flip side, really one big inning. And did that kind of sum it up for you?
I think it did. We talked about that yesterday, I think, during the show, that when we leave a lot of guys on base, those are games that we seem to lose. And last night was another one of those, 8 or 10 guys left on base, I think. So, I mean, you know, we couldn't find a way to get the guys to home plate last night. And they had a couple home runs. They had a couple big extra base hits that were stacked up, you know, pretty close to each other, and that was the difference in the game.
With Frank last night, was it as simple as the ball just being up more than it normally is for him?
Totally. A couple bad pitches, you know, that he got burned on, and we just, you know, we didn't do a really good job of minimizing our damage last night. I think sometimes we lose focus after we give up a big hit or so, and then we just groove a couple pitches, and next thing you know, there's 2 more runs in that fast. But overall, you know, we have been ahead of a lot of hitters. We looked through the charts again last night. I think they had 11 hits, and I want to say 9 of the 11 were when we were ahead in the count, either 0-2 or 1-2. So basically, we're giving up a lot of 2-strike hits, and we're giving up a lot of 2-out hits as well. So those are the things that you have to minimize those. You're going to give that up once in a while, but we've been giving it up too regularly this week.
I know you and Fletch drive that home to the pitchers, but with information like that, what do you try to do with that? Does that tip you off that the approach has to change? And I know, like you said, maybe it was yesterday, maybe getting beat with a third best pitch.
Exactly. I think sometimes our 0-0 pitches are better than our 1-2 pitches as far as execution and location. So I just think we're getting ahead with good pitches, and then we're just not making good pitches once we're ahead. And to the hitters' credits, you know, for the other teams, I mean, they're putting the ball in play and they're hitting it with authority a lot of times in the gap, sometimes over the wall, and those are the crooked numbers that we're giving up, and it's hard to recover from that when you get into the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning when you're down 4 runs or so, and you're facing everybody's best bullpen guys. It's hard to make up 4 or 5 runs in those situations, and you know, really you want to do your damage. You want to do it in the first 5 innings, and we've really been running into trouble lately between the 3rd and the 6th inning. That seems to be where the issue is, or the 4th and the 6th inning. It's almost like second time through the lineup for the other team. We've been running into some issues, and then sometimes we're bringing relievers in, and they're in a tough situation. They're coming in a stress situation with runners on, and we're trying to match up lefts, and based on the statistics that we have and what we've seen with our eyes, what guys can do against right-handed hitters, left-handed hitters, and I mean, even sometimes those backfire on you. It happens at every level. So sometimes you bring in the left for the left-handed hitter and walk, or sometimes a double. You know, it's not always a guarantee there's going to be an out, but you're playing the odds, and those are your best odds at that point. So we just have to be able to execute in certain situations and be able to get off the field when we need to.
a couple of moves today, or actually last night, with Jose Constanza released, and then DePaula traded to Sugar Land for a player to be named later. How did you come to making those moves? I know you've got to get the roster down here soon, but how did you get to those two?
Well, when you're looking at position players, we're trying to streamline what we're doing here, and we're trying to put together, just a product that we think can be more productive. And it's hard to release guys. We don't bring guys in here to release them, but you start to look at the body of work that you've seen so far, and just some other things that you look for, and then sometimes you have to make some tough decisions, and that was the case in Constanza. But with Hooley, we 34 games, we've only used him like 9 times. And Sugar Land had a need. They've gone through a lot of players, and we're trying to trim our roster before Thursday next week anyway. So I just thought it would be a good opportunity for him to be able to continue to play and and stay in the league and those kind of things. And so it's kind of helping everybody at the same time. But releasing players is a hard thing to do, and it's not something that I enjoy doing. I've done it for a long time. I even did it when Andy was here. I used to do all that for him too. But it's just, it's just hard. It's just hard to do those things, and you feel bad when you do it. But it is a business at the end of the day, and we try to do the best we can for the fan base and to put the product out there.
I know before too long, you'll have Alonzo back, and he had been leading off for you, but using Derek Robinson last night and again tonight, what did you think of his approach in that leadoff spot?
So far, I think Derek's been fine there. He's been on base, a lot of times. He's hitting the ball better, and so he's getting on base, and I think Dent's doing a pretty good job in the 2-hole. We have to get more consistent up and down the lineup. We have a couple guys that swing it really well one night, and then the next night they don't, and 2 other guys pick it up. But we're not able to string 2, 3, 4 hits together in a row, which is hard to do anyway. But we should be able to string at least 2 hits in a row together at some point, and we should be able to get quality outs with runners on base and less than 2 outs, so we can get some runs home. So we need to be able to move the runners over better and get them in even without getting base hits. We got to be able to do that, and those are what winning teams do. And in order for us to start winning, we're going to have to do that.
Lastly, tonight you've got Trienfel in left field, and is that another way that he could potentially help you with now the infield depth that you have here?
It is. I'm interested to watch him swing the bat a little bit more, and I'm trying to find a way where I can get him some at bats. And he's been working in left field during batting practice and before batting practice. So it's a little bit of an experiment. But I also want to see him swing the bat, because I think he can swing the bat pretty well. And we do have a lot of infielders right now, so this could be another option for us as an outfielder and a right-handed hitter. And we know he has power. We watch him knock it out of Sugar Land in that weekend series. So, we'll see, and we'll see how it goes out there. But it's just something else I have to take a look at right now when I'm trying to make some decisions about everything overall.
All right, mates, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, the Rebs introduced to Star Wars music, wearing the special galactic jerseys here tonight that'll be auctioned off. It's presented by Life Path Christian Ministries. Rebs have taken the field, and we will step aside. It's turned into a sun-splashed and gorgeous evening here at Peoples Bank Park. We'll have the starting lineups and first pitch for game number 35. It's the Rebs and the Skeeters coming up next.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted. If you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Pelham. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Hey Revs fans, get points or great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Good evening and welcome to Doug Night here at People's Bank Park. Doug Epler, our marketing man, the biggest Star Wars fan that any of us know, as the Revs in the special Star Wars jerseys that will be auctioned off tonight. Steve Janis going through his warm-ups. It's turned into a gorgeous evening here. Starting lineups brought to you by Flying Feet for the Skeeters, who only have one position player on the bench, and he's hurt. It'll be Derek Miller in center field leading off. Anthony Jansanti at second base hits second. Andy Wilkins in left field is batting third. The cleanup man, Kevin Aarons, at third base. Travis Scott, first baseman, hits fifth. The new guy who, for a night, made them maybe forget about the departure of Jeremy Barfield, Ryan Jackson at shortstop. Quite the debut. He'll hit sixth. Albert Cordero will DH and bat seventh. Hitting eighth in right field is Joe Benson, and Wilfredo Rodriguez will catch and hit ninth. Again, it's Miller, Jansanti, Wilkins, Aaron, Scott, Jackson, Cordero, Benson, and Rodriguez for Sugar Land. And that lineup facing Revs righty Steve Janis, whose last three starts have been particularly good, all quality starts. Still just 1-3 with an ERA of 5.17, but had a ground ball at Long Island been scored correctly, his ERA would be 4.60. 6 starts, 31 and a third innings, 39 hits, 14 walks, 12 strikeouts. Opponents have hit .312, and we're set to begin things here tonight with Miller in there, our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. And it is right down the middle, a called strike. We are underway. 6:34 our start tonight on a sun-soaked evening, 71 degrees. And the 0-1, it misses down and away, sneaking under the glove of Luis Cruz, who starts for the third time behind the plate. Tejeda a night off. The wind and the 1-1. And a swing on a high fly ball, left field. The shortstop Franco is out. It's more of a pop-up, and Angels got it a few steps out into shallow left. 1 up, 1 down, here to start the night. The Revs in their galactic jerseys. Sugar Land in the royal blue tops and hats again tonight. And here's Anthony Jansanti, who's third in the league in hitting at .357. 13-game hitting streak on which he's hit .461. First pitch, swings and flies it to straightaway center. Witherspoon going back. It carries deep. He runs it down, sliding onto the warning track in dead center field. Travis Witherspoon takes away extra bases. He makes the over-the-shoulder grab going into a slide, and a terrific play for out number 2.
Now that's the hardest play for an outfielder, the one hit right over your head. He turned his body nicely, went straight back, peeking his head over his shoulder, and gets a round of his applause from his pitcher, Steve Janis.
What a grab. 2 down, and Andy Wilkins, the hitter. That's a 1-pitch out for Janis with a spectacular play behind him, and he starts Wilkins with a ball that just missed down and away. Wilkins hitting .283, tied for second in home runs with 8. Janis fires, and a ground ball, second base to his left is Casilla, scoops it up, throws to first, 1-2-3, top of the first inning. And it comes on just 6 pitches for Steve Janis. We've played a half, it's the Skeeters nothing, and the Revs coming up.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
What's better than a food and beer festival? How about a free food and beef festival on the best lawn in town? Saturday, June 3rd at 11 a.m. It's Brews and Skews, presented by York Traditions Bank. Party in the outfield where the York Revolution play and enjoy skewered foods, 16 varieties of craft brews, music, and entertainment for all ages. There's even a cornhole tournament. That's Brews and Skews, the free party at People's Bank Park on Saturday, June 3rd. Get all the details at brewsandskews.com.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where is the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Cannonball Charlie blasts off as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Revs lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. It'll be Derek Robinson in right field leading off. Ryan Dent, the first baseman, hits second. Angel Franco at short will bat third. Hitting cleanup tonight and DHing is Joel Guzman. Travis Witherspoon in center field hits fifth. Alexi Casilla, the second baseman, bats sixth. Carlos Trienfeld starts in left tonight. Brian Pounds at third and Luis Cruz catching to round it out. Again, Robinson, Dent, Franco, Guzman, Witherspoon, Casilla, Trienfeld, Pounds, and Cruz. The lineup facing lefty Josh Outman, whose first pitch tonight is over for a strike. Now, Robinson hitting at .292. The switch hitter bats from the right. Over his last 7, he's been hot as he lays off away. Hitting at .435 the last 7. On base 3 out of 4 times, leading off last night. 1-1, and it misses low. 4th time last night that he had led off. And it'll probably be Alonzo Harris going back into the role that he claimed when he comes back, but Derek Robinson gives them that option as well. Performed there very well last evening. 2-1, and he swings, pops a foul out of play, first base side.
The other thing we should mention about this lineup tonight, Dale, is that with lefty Josh Outman on the hill, everyone will bat from the right side. 3 switch hitters in the lineup, Robinson, Franco, and Casilla. Everyone else straight righties.
Now Outman the 2-2. And a swing and a pop up toward the first base dugout. This will get out of play. It's just the second appearance of the season for Outman. He made 1 outing in relief. 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. He also walked 3. His only appearance thus far, 32-year-old lefty, 6'1". 6 years in the majors with 4 different teams. The wind and the pitch. And a chopper left side, it's short. It's Jackson who gloves it deep short, and the throw across to first is in time. So Robinson bounces out. Jackson had to go a step to his right and able to plant and make a strong throw. One down, and Ryan Dent to the plate. It's not a good look on the video board. That female character from Star Wars, it's her hair that was photoshopped on him. Pitch to Dent is up and away. The Princess, Leia. Is that more knowledge already than you have?
I think I knew that.
It's the 1-0 and a foul back into the netting.
I would not have said it confidently, though.
Well, I kind of eased my way into it. I almost called her Lulu, and then I almost called her Layla. I'm pretty sure it's Princess Leia. Photoshopped on Dent's hairdo. He's hitting at 260. He plays at first base tonight. Pitch to him, and it's up and in. Now a 2-1 count. He's got a hit in 8 of his last 9. On that stretch, batting over 300. Last night hit his 4th double in the last 5 games, drove in their only run. The 2-1, and he swings and drives it deep in right center field. Oh, not as deep as I thought. Medium deep. Joe Benson from right comes over and makes the catch. Boy, I thought he hit it better than that, but in medium right center, Benson has it for out number 2. Sorry to get you all excited. Dent has been driving the ball well here recently to all fields. There is no wind here tonight. There was earlier in the day. A passing shower came through, but here at game time, nothing. Here's Angel Franco with 2 outs. And Outman missing high and wide. Franco hitting 286. He was held hitless last night, but had a hit in 8 of his previous 9, batting .361 on that stretch. 1-0, and he lays off a changeup low and away. Outman, a former 10th round pick of the Phillies back in '05. In the big leagues, he pitched with Oakland, Colorado, the Yankees, and the Indians. It's the 2-0. And a fastball a little high. Played on tonight is Silvio Martinez. Chris Engstrand at first. Calvin Baker at third base. Now the 3-0. And that's a little bit up. So Franco walks on 4 pitches. And the Revs have their first base runner of the evening. Scoreless game here in the first. And Joel Guzman up next. DH is here tonight, hitting at 228. But he has gone 7 for 18 against lefties with one of his 2 homers. Outman the pitch, and it's a little high again. Revs are resting left-hand hitters Mitchell and Burgess tonight, and also Tejeda, who needed a night off regardless. He's been catching so much. They would like to get Luis Cruz in more and get Tejeda some time at first base. Pitch is over for a called strike. So Outman had missed with the previous 5, but gets that one across. Lefty ready, and he deals, and a swing and a miss. High fastball at 90. Guzman helping him out. Our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight. Patsy Wolf is our contestant. Patsy, good luck. Revs go yard. You win that prize pack. It's the 1-2, and a called third strike. Fastball in, and Guzman looked back in disbelief. No runs, no hits, and 1 left as he continues the conversation at home plate. We'll go to the second inning, no score.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at People's Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Blyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the Salute to Veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Head of the second inning, no score here tonight. Steve Janis, a 6-pitch first inning, is back to work. Kevin Ahrens will lead it off, the cleanup man for Sugar Land. He's hit safely in 5 in a row, 9 for 20. Here's Janis' first pitch of the inning, and it misses outside. So Ahrens now tied for 5th in the league in hitting overall at .317, about the same with Lancaster and Sugar Land now. Getting acclimated to his new team. Here's the 1-0. And it's on the outside corner, a fastball strike. 9th game with the Skeeters. He's tied for the league lead in doubles with 13. It's the 1-1 pitch. And he grounds it to shortstop. Franco a step right, gets squarely in front of it. And the throw across to first is on the money. 1 down here in the top of the second. Broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Wolf's Bus Lines, the Pretzel Twist, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Marts, Etline Foods, and D's Nuts. Now with 1 down, Travis Scott digs in. Janis the pitch to him. Fastball, it's just inside. Scott hitting at .269, 3 home runs, 18 driven in, a sac fly last night. It's the 1-0, and he swings, pops it up. Another play for Franco, circles it on the infield dirt, and makes the one-hand grab, 2 down. Carroll Henry along with Matt Present tonight, who's beside himself with joy for that Maryland Terrapin lacrosse semifinal win earlier today, as heard on this station. Right, Matt?
Yeah, it's more the baseball team that I've been following of late, but men's lacrosse also trying to break through and get a championship.
Here's Ryan Jackson, who takes a strike. Well, the staff picking on him after his huge night last night. They've made him the K-man. Bold strategy. Here's the 0-1. And it missed inside. 2 for 3 with a 3-run homer and a double in his debut last night. Janis the wind and the pitch. And a breaking ball a little high. Janis the last 3 starts 0-1, but he has a 2.84 ERA in those 3. He was in line for a win last time. Game 1 extras Pitch here is low and outside, 3-1.
I'll go ahead and finish that plug for you, though. That the championship game airing Monday afternoon, I believe 1 p.m. Coverage at 12:45 here.
That's right.
On the station.
And set your dial to it. There's the wind. Janis the 3-1 and a grounder yank foul, third base side.
If that were not in Massachusetts, I'd be very tempted to go, but it's a bit of a drive for an off day.
What do you have against Massachusetts, Matt?
The distance between here and there?
Oh, okay.
I'd love to go. I have yet to go to Fenway, and I'd love to do that.
Well, they missed it by a year for you. It was in Philly last year. It's the payoff pitch, and oh man, Janis was halfway to the dugout and realized it's ball 4, apparently outside. So his first base runner of the night, he could not believe it. Punched his fist into his glove. Man, that looked good from here. And Fletch letting him have it from the first base dugout. So the inning continues, and here's Albert Cordero DHing tonight. And Janis misses down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Cordero, the DH, hitting .276 with a home run, 10 driven in. He caught last night and lays off a little high, 2-0. Switch hitting primary catcher for the Skeeters, but DHing in this one. Uh-oh. Fletch is going to call time, and this will either be to settle down Janis after that walk, or he might wait for a visit from the plate ump to figure out what's going on here.
Well, after that last pitch, Janis asked Silvio Martinez, where did I miss? And it didn't seem like he got an answer. Martinez kind of shrugged his shoulders. I couldn't hear what was said back to Janis, but I think Fletch wants to make sure that Steve is focused on the hitter and not the calls behind the plate.
And that is all it was. He's on his way back to the dugout. Now a 2-0 count. Janis holds, now fires, and a half swing, and he went. Cordero ends up stumbling away from home plate. Janis tied him up big time. He started and couldn't stop. Ended up off balance, leaving the batter's box just trying to stay upright. The 2-1, and he pulls a liner foul. That broke his bat. Down into the Revs bullpen, 2-2. Well, Janis has severely tied him up on those last 2 pitches, and on this one broke the bat. Maybe Fletch also mentioning pound them inside more. Cordero will look for his new lumber. No score here in the top of the second tonight. By the way, Janis's ERA 2.8 for the last 3, but it should be 1.89. He deals, and a swing and a looper foul pulled down the right field side into the picnic area. Again, they pound him in and way in. No chance for Cordero to get extended or keep it fair. And a good job there. When you want the ball in, got to get it in, and Janis has the last 3. Another 2-2. And a swing and a miss. He chases up at the shoulders, a fastball to strike him out. And Janis with his first K of the night. Just a 2-out walk, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local and national sports. The Big Sports Talker also has you covered with news throughout the day. Catch statewide updates on news and sports from Radio PA. Stock reports with Your Money Now, mornings and afternoons. And national news updates every hour from Westwood One. Stay up to date while getting your sports fix all day. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Now Steve Janis was frustrated, but came back and struck out the next hitter. No score as we go to the bottom of the second. Travis Witherspoon will start it off. Hitting at .275 coming in tonight. Hits in 7 of his last 8. Batting .424 on that stretch. 7 ribbies the last 8 as well. First pitch from Outman. Witherspoon shows bunt, and the lefty misses just outside. Outman with the pitch, and a fastball up at the belt for a strike. Outman in his major league career, 16-11, 4.43 ERA over 6 seasons, 32 starts, and a bunch more in relief. There's a change-up over for strike 2. A 1-2 count on Witherspoon leading off. The pitch, and a breaking ball fouled off first base side. Outman, a 10th round pick of the Phillies. After being a star at the Division II level, helped Central Missouri State reach the D2 World Series. He deals, and a swing and a miss. Slider down and in, and Witherspoon down swinging. And Alexi Casilla up next. A couple of weeks before the deadline in 08, Outman was traded to the A's in a deal for starting pitcher Joe Blanton. He went to Philly. First pitch to Casilla, ripped at third, but right to Kevin Aarons on one hop. He'll toss it across, and there's 2 away. Hit it hard.
Well, he hit several shots in batting practice earlier today, and Brian Pounds turns and looks at him and says, "Man, you're lying, you don't have power. Come on, man."
Oh, with 2 down, Carlos Trienfeld to the plate. That trade that sent Outman to Oakland, who he would eventually make his big league debut with later that season. Phillies got Blanton, who would help them win the World Series that year. There's a curveball for a strike on Trienfeld. And Outman was traded with Adrian Cardenas, a top prospect who never quite made it, and future Rev Matt Spencer in that trade. Here's a swing and a little dribbler. Outman hustles in, picks up, turns, makes the throw to first, and the inning's over. Little swinging bunt toward the first base line. It's a 1-2-3 second inning. And we go to the third tonight. Rebs and Skeeters all scoreless.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at People's Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Blyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the Salute to Veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa. Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right.
York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Head of the third, no score. And Steve Janis back to work. Face Joe Benson leading it off for Sugar Land. 8-9-1 in the order. Benson in right field here tonight and last night. He had been in left when Barfield was still there. Now they move Wilkins from the corner infield out to left. First pitch of the inning is up high. Benson at 211. He has hit safely in 4 straight. Here's the 1-0 and over for a called strike. He was just 3 for 28 the previous 8. Janis, the kick and the pitch, and it's in there. Fastball, strike called, 1-2. Second straight start for Janis against the Skeeters after making 3 in a row against the Ducks. He deals, and a breaking ball chopped foul, third base side. 6 innings, 3 runs at Sugar Land on Sunday. Out of the windup, another 1-2. And a bouncing ball past Janis. Casilla will charge. Bare hands, throws just in time. What a play! Alexi Casilla with the bare hand charging in. He grabbed it down around shin level, stayed low, and made the throw from there just in time to nip him. Well, that'll rob Benson of an infield hit. And 1 away here to begin the third. Some great defense early. Here's Wilfredo Rodriguez. He drives the first one deep down the line in right, but it fades foul into the corner, and Karam's out off the wall down there. Hit it hard, but foul the other way. Derek Robinson tossing it to a fan up on the picnic porch. Rodriguez hitting .269, a home run in 8 games. Pitch to him is fastball just inside. No score here in the top of the third. Janis with the pitch. Fastball called strike. Little cut on that one to the outside corner, 1-2. One thing early in this game, he's using his fastball a lot. Pitch, breaking ball, grounded to short, and Franco to his left, scoops it up, pumps and throws, and got him. Busy first few innings for Franco. 2 ground outs, 2 pop-ups, 2 away. And here just past 7 o'clock, we'll pause for a station ID.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Couple of ground outs for Janis here in the third. He'll face Derek Miller with 2 outs. And the first one, a fastball right there for a strike. Miller a pop-up to short in the first. He leads off again with Josh Prince banged up, their only position player on the bench. It's the 0-1, and he bounced it in front of the plate and past the plate. Miller, an 11-game hitting streak coming in, and hits in 18 of the last 19. Janis the pitch. Janis swinging a miss. Fastball down and in, had him tied up. That one at 90 as he jumps ahead. Miller, the former Red Sox farmhand. Played at Double-A Portland last year. Janis shakes off. Here's the 1-2. And it missed in tight. Ready to go. Here's the kick and the 2-2. Curveball up and in. So he will fall back into a full count with Miller. 2 outs, nobody on here in the third. Janis a deep breath, shakes off twice, and now the payoff pitch. Swinging a bouncer foul past Gary Gaetti at third. Manager since day one with Sugar Land, the Skeeters on their 6th year, won their first title last fall. Another 3-2, and it's just outside. Now the second walk from Janis and Miller aboard. He is 5 for 5 in steals, and that'll keep the inning alive. Anthony Jansanti to the plate. He was robbed by Witherspoon in the first inning, who ran down a deep fly in dead center, went into a slide and held on to it. And a move to first. Back on the dive is Miller. Dent the first base duties tonight. He's played a lot there here in the past week. Janis the pitch, runner goes. It's a called strike. Cruz the throw, Casilla the tag, and Miller's foot just got in. Strong throw from Cruz, who had a quick release on it and gunned it to second. Casilla trying to rip that tag down on the foot, but Miller just got in, his 6th steal.
Not only was it a strong throw, but placement-wise it was perfect. Belt high for Casilla, just to the right field side of the second base bag.
Now the pitch to Jansanti. He drives it the other way. Right field. Robinson on the run and into the corner. He runs it down, disappearing from our view, but he got there. And I don't know if he left his feet or not. We can't see it. But in the corner, disappearing from our vantage point, Derek Robinson flags it down, and he covered a ton of ground to get there.
He did. The way I knew he caught it was Ryan Dent pumping his glove up in the air. And the thing that surprised me most on the play was first base on Chris Engstrand signaled that it was a fair ball down the line. So he saved a run.
The runner left at second. We go to the bottom of the third. Still no score.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Savills Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No scores. Brian Pounds leads off the bottom of the third. First pitch is high and away, a curveball. Pounds, Cruz, and Robinson here to face Outman, the 1-0, and a fastball outside. Pounds a night off last night, hitting at .212, 3 home runs, 14 driven in. Back in third tonight, subject of Matt's pregame chat, and he looks at a fastball here, inner half for a called strike. Said he's really trying to keep that back shoulder up and level and not drop and try to lift it. 2-1, and he swings, fouls it back over the roof. But you also don't want to be thinking about those things in game, and said it's working on it a lot beforehand, but can't really go out there and think about things like that a whole lot, just trying to have good at-bats. It's the wind and the 2-2. Breaking ball, he hits it in the air, right center, it's shallow. Benson coming on from right, and he'll make the grab, 1 down.
That was a good swing there by Pounds. He was just a little out in front of the breaking ball and got it off the end of the bat. If he's able to wait just a beat longer on that pitch, he might split the outfielders in right in center.
1 down, and here is Luis Cruz. This will be his first home game played tonight. First pitch from Outman, a fastball over for a strike at 91, down in the zone. Outman locating pretty well early. The 0-1, and in the dirt. Cruz, who's 1 for 6 in 2 games. Doing the catching tonight, Tejeda a night off. 1-1, and he swings, pops a foul back. That'll find the roof. Outman, a brother, also pitched in the minors. Zach Outman, drafted by the Blue Jays in 2009. The wind and the 1-2, and a breaking ball just outside. Outman, who in 2009, his first full year at the big league level, got off to a really good start as a rookie starter, but had to undergo Tommy John surgery. He deals, and that's inside, 3-2. His season ended after 12 starts, missed all of the following year. He did return in 2011 with Oakland, pitched pretty well. It's the wind and the pitch, And a bouncer to third, one big hop to Aarons. He'll glove it, and the throw across to first, 2 down. Neither team with a hit yet tonight. No score here in the bottom of the third. After the 2011 season, Outman traded to the Rockies for outfielder Seth Smith. Went along with fellow pitcher Guillermo Moscoso in that deal. And then after a couple of years with Colorado, traded to the Indians for Drew Stubbs. It's Derek Robinson who lays off a curve away. Grounded out to short his first time up. It's the 1-0. And a swing and a looping fly, shallow right, near the line, and it drops. And Benson nearly overran it, but Jansanti, the second baseman, on the hustle out, is able to collect it before it spins any direction, and Robinson has the game's first hit. A bloop single to shallow right. The inning continues for Ryan Dent, who flied to right his first time.
Well, let's see what the Revs do with Robinson on the bases and 2 out. Ryan Dent, as we've mentioned, on a tear at the plate.
First pitch. Yeah, it's down low. Robinson stole his 6th bag last night. Outman last year started with New Britain and then was signed by the Pirates. This year he started the year in the Nats system, released earlier this month. Pitch to Dent is over for a strike. He squats down, watching it into the catcher's mitt. Wonder if he thought it was low. Looked back for a moment. 1-1 the count. Pitch and a breaking ball fouled to the netting. 1-2. No score here in the home half of the third tonight. Now the lefty to the belt. 1-2, and it's down and in. A slider, and on the appeal to first, Dent held off. Derek Robinson with that bloop hit, now hitting .440 his last 8 games. First and so far only hit for either team tonight. And a move to first, he's back standing. Jared Mitchell down there coaching at first base this inning. He has the night off. The pitch to Dent, and a swing and a tap foul behind the plate. So he'll force Outman to do it again. Another slider there.
I feel like as the game has gone along, he's gone heavier and heavier with his dose of off-speed pitches.
Now ready at the belt, another 2-2, and a fastball high and away. Dent again flinching to load up, but laying off. It'll be a full count, and Robinson will have the head start.
You don't see that very often. The catcher, Rodriguez, tried to appeal to first, and Silvio Martinez wouldn't even ask.
There's the stretch, the 3-2, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. Fastball at 91, but Dent able to spoil it. Outman, good velocity. Only listed at 6'1". He deals and missed down and in. He was walking toward the dugout thinking he had it. He takes a long look in, And the Revs have an inning extended by a walk on a close pitch. And Dent is on base. First and second for Angel Franco. As the Revs look to draw first blood tonight. Second walk from Outman. The other one issued to Franco on 4 pitches in the first inning. So he's yet to see a strike tonight. Now Outman deals, and a fastball strike, outside corner. Outman had gone to AAA Indianapolis after being picked up from New Britain last year. Pitch is, oh, look out, a liner foul to the top of the stands on the first base side. And it's 0-2. I believe that did get someone toward the top row. Hopefully they'll be all right. Usher on that section on it right away. One of the EMTs arriving quickly. Pitch is looped to shallow right. Scott going out from first, and Jan Santee is there to the rescue. On the bloop in shallow right, the second baseman is there. He puts it away to end the inning. And the Revs leave 2. Wilfredo Rodriguez, an extra chat with the plate ump, maybe trying to buy some strikes for later. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. Matt President with the play-by-play as we go to the 4th. It's 0-0.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance. Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated, and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
What's more exhilarating than playing $100,000 Club with top prizes of $100,000? Winning. On the spot. Yeah! So if you can't wait to win, then don't wait to play $100,000 Club, the new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery, for a chance to win up to $100,000 on the spot. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Keep on scratching. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Scoreless here, top of the 4th. Andy Wilkins, Kevin Ahrens, and Travis Scott for the Skeeters. Janis stretching his arms out. Now he's ready to go. The first pitch, fastball upstairs, ball 1. Wilkins 0 for 5 yesterday, but 3 for 30 prior to that. A 9-game stretch, and the pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. 5 home runs in his last 10 games for Wilkins, who last season with Colorado Springs in AAA hit 12 the entire season. So he's almost halfway there. The 1-1 pitch at the knees for a strike, a fastball, and it's 1-2. Janis doing a nice job to get ahead tonight. Does so here. And the pitch to the left-hand hitter. Popped up towards the line, a long run for Tree, and fell over there and left. He was playing Wilkins to pull, and it's going to fall in just inside the chalk. Wilkins in a second with a leadoff double. And that's the first hit of the ball game for the Skeeters. Trienfeld making his first start in left field. And like I said, was playing Wilkins to pull, but not sure if it was the best jump either. Had a long way to go all the way towards the line. And Wilkins aboard. So that brings up Aarons. Righty against righty now. Dent in a step at first base. Janis from the stretch now, and the pitch on the way. Slider for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Aarons comes in 6th in the league in batting at .317. Both he and Jansanti in the top 10. On the 0-1 pitch to the third baseman, hit on the ground to shortstop. Up with it is Franco on to first. Runner Wilkins has to stay at second base with one gone. It was not hit particularly hard, but Wilkins, not all that fleet of foot, retreated to second base as Franco fielded. And with one away, that brings in Travis Scott. Scott popped out to shortstop his first time up. Revs infield playing him to pull with Casilla over there towards the hole on the right side. Pitch to Scott, and that's in tight, a slider, 1-0. Scott 1 for 3 in the game yesterday. Sack fly and an RBI, also a run scored. Janis checks, and now the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. 88 knee high, and Scott cut over the top of it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mentioned how the Revs have all righties in the lineup against the lefty Outman. A mix of hitters for the Skeeters. The 1-2 to the lefty. Scott stays upstairs, a breaking ball. Wilkins and Scott both left-hand hitters. Cordero a switch hitter, along with 5 righties. Two balls and a strike. Janis has slowed his pace with Wilkins out there at second. And the pitch on the way. Fastball hit in the air well, deep down the right field line. It is hooking, and it is foul. First base coach of the Skeeters trying to push his luck otherwise, but did hook foul down towards the clubhouse in right field. A long strike 2. Scott back in there, slightly open stance from the left side. Janis checks Wilkins, and the 2-2 home. Fastball cued, foul off the end of the bat, straight back. Each team with no runs on 1 hit. Robinson with a bloop single to get the first hit on the board for the Revs last half inning, and now Wilkins leading off the 4th with a double down the left field line, also off the end of the bat. Scott making Janis work, and before he delivers 2-2, he steps off. Scott now in his 5th season in the Atlantic League. Did play a year here, and 4 with the Skeeters. The 2-2 pitch on the way, fouled off as he stays alive. Scott also a 3-time All-Star in his 5 years in the league. In fact, in 2015, he was the All-Star Game MVP. Went 1 for 3. Knocked in the eventual game-winning run in the 8th inning to break a 1-1 tie. The 2-2 from Janis. And that's a called third strike. Outside corner. Janis paints it with the fastball. And Scott set down second strikeout of the evening for Steve Janis. Second out of the inning will bring up Ryan Jackson, who has reached base 4 times in his 5 plate appearances. As a member of the Skeeters, he walked his first time up. Pitch from Janis, fastball right there, strike 1. Jackson, a 3-run home run in the 4th inning yesterday. The Revs had scored first. It was a 1-0 game, and then Jackson answered in the 4th with that 3-run shot. The 0-1 pitch on the way, fastball down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jackson signed just the day before after being released from AAA New Orleans. .262 for the Baby Cakes. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball stays up high. It's 2-1. Jackson played collegiately at Miami. Did make it to the big leagues in 3 seasons, 2 with the Cardinals, 1 with the Angels. 2-1, 2 away. The pitch from Janis, fastball up and away. And he's gone to that cutter pretty regularly this evening. Around 84 to 85. The 4-seam comes in around 88, 89 for Steve. Wilkins out there at second, a leadoff double. There's now 2 away. The pitch to Jackson, fastball down and away, ball 4. So Janis loses him. And for the first time this evening, the Skeeters have 2 men aboard in a single frame. So that brings up the switch hitting Albert Cordero. The Skeeters lineup 1 through 9 identical to last night, with Cordero and Rodriguez flip-flopping between DH and catcher. The Revs really play Cordero to pull on the right side of the infield especially. But really all throughout their defensive alignment they play him that way. And the first pitch on the way, a fastball outside corner, strike 1. Casilla about halfway between first and second. Dent, the first baseman tonight, playing well behind the bag with Jackson on. And the outfield shifted around towards right as well. The 0-1 to Cordero, down and away, throw back to second base, and Wilkins back in safely. Cruz, an aggressive play there. Of course, Franco positioned closer to the bag with the overshift on. Cordero, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Now in his 9th season professionally. Janis comes home 1-1, breaking ball, swing and a miss. That one had more sweep to it. As it came down and in on Cordero, he was tied up. Scoreless here, top of the 4th. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cordero with 2 on and 2 away. Janis shakes off, and again, and a 3rd time. And now he's ready. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Tried to backdoor him, did not get the call. He was 2 steps off the mound. A cutter over the outside edge, and it just didn't quite come back to catch the edge. It's 2-2. A lot of late break, but perhaps after it had already crossed home plate. Did not get the call from Silvio Martinez. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch on the way, breaking ball, stays up and away. Ball 3, and the count runs full. Cordero last night, a single in 3 official at-bats, also walked. Was thrown out on a relay, though, going first to second on that single as he slipped on his way around first base. Wilkins and Jackson will be off with the pitch. A long hold from Janis. There they go. The pitch on the way, swinging a foul tip in and out of the glove of Luis Cruz, and we'll do it again, 3-2. Janis very economical early, a 6-pitch first inning. Now up to 69, however, or 65, I should say, here in the 4th. The payoff one more time. No, it's a spin and a look to second base. Wilkins jogging back to the bag. Wind blowing gently out in right center field. The payoff pitch, runners go, and it's a bouncing ball over to Pounds at third, up with it on a couple of hops, and on to Dent at first, and that will retire the side. 1 hit, 2 men left. We head to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless here at Peoples Bank Park between the Skeeters and the Revs.
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who is dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Middle of the order, 2 up. Guzman, Witherspoon, Casilla against Josh Outman. In his 2nd game this season, his 1st game was in relief. 2 innings of work. He has already gone 3 in this one and back out for inning number 4. Joel Guzman strides towards the third base side batter's box. Guzman back in his traditional spot in the middle of the order. Last night, Mace tried him out as the 8th place hitter. But tonight, with Burgess and Tejeda out of the lineup, Guzman slides back up. Righty against lefty, the pitch on the way. First pitch swing, Guzman rips it towards center field, ranging over as Miller, and he makes the catch towards the gap in left center field. Guzman hit it hard, but Miller, a really good jump on the ball, and it hung up for him. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the 4th. That brings up Travis Witherspoon. Witherspoon made a very good catch himself out there in center field earlier in this one, tracking one back all the way to the warning track, going to the ground to make the play. And the first pitch on the way. That's a fastball outside, ball 1. think Witherspoon ripped his baseball pants on the play. A 1-0 delivery on the way, and that one's in there for a strike at the knees on the inside corner. Jackson, the shortstop, playing back and towards the hole. The pitch on the way. Breaking ball fouled off towards the third base side dugout, sending some Skeeters backing off the railing. So Witherspoon down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's been hitting it well of late, .350 over his last 5 games. And the wind and the pitch from Outman, swing and a miss, strike 3. Witherspoon set down on strikes for the second time, and there's 2 away in the 4th. For Outman, his 3rd strikeout of the evening, and that brings up Alexi Casilla. Casilla wearing number 25 tonight. And the first pitch on the way, breaking ball, bends in, strike 1. The Revs in their Star Wars Galactic jerseys. Very flashy, the 0-1. Casilla watches one down and away, ball 1. But a couple of numbers getting switched up in the process, sizing probably a part of that. Casilla 25, Franco wearing 7 tonight. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Chop to the right side, and that will be a foul ball, gloved in foul territory by the first baseman, Scott, who flips it over towards Jared Mitchell, who's still coaching first base. Mitchell will make a fan happy just past the Revs' first base side dugout. Scoreless game, bottom of the 4th, 2 away. And the 1-2 pitch to Casilla. Breaking ball came back to catch the outside edge, strike 3. A very nice pitch by Josh Outman. And he gets the Revs 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 5th, still no score, each team with just 1 hit each on the Revs Baseball Network.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit shipleyenergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
What's better than a food and beer festival? How about a free food and beef festival on the best lawn in town? Saturday, June 3rd at 11 a.m. It's Brews and Skews, presented by York Traditions Bank. Party in the outfield where the York Revolution play and enjoy skewered foods, 16 varieties of craft brews, music, and entertainment for all ages. There's even a cornhole tournament. That's Brews and Skews, the free party at People's Bank Park on Saturday, June 3rd. Get all the details at brewsandskews.com.
Dream big for less with a first mortgage or home equity loan from First Capital Federal Credit Union. Our competitive rates and terms make it so easy to purchase a new home or refinance your existing home. Either way, we've got you covered. Plus, our home equity loans with rates as low as 3.99% APR for 120 months give you the spending power you need for remodeling, education, you name it. For more information, visit us online at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Back here at People's Bank Park alongside Darrell Henry, I'm Matt Present. Top of the 5th we go, Joe Benson, Wilfredo Rodriguez, and then the top of the order for the Skeeters. Against Steve Janet, who has been quite sharp. Both pitchers have been. Just 1 hit on either side. Janis winds and fires in the first pitch. Fastball misses down and away. 1-0 to Benson. Benson 0 for 1, a ground out to second base his first time up. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Grounded softly to the left side, backhanding it Franco, the strong throw across in time for out number 1. It looked like Pounds wanted to cut in front, saw Franco was set and waiting, and gave way to the shortstop, who made a fine throw across the diamond. 1 up and 1 down to start the 5th. That brings up Wilfredo Rodriguez. Righty against righty, and the first pitch from Janis. Fastball just missed outside. Close pitch there. Rodriguez, last season, a .288 average with the Skeeters, 7 home runs, 32 driven in. And the 1-0 pitch from Janis. That one upstairs, 2-0 the count. Rodriguez, a big part of the Skeeters' playoff run as well. A home run and 4 RBIs en route to a championship. The 2-0 home from Janis. Popped him up right side in foul territory. Dent over towards the dugout, but will run out of room. So it's now 2-1. Janis up to 71 pitches here in the 5th. Sun beginning to set. Lights have yet to take full effect here at Peoples Bank Park. The 2-1 Rodriguez. Fastball fouled off towards the on-deck circle, where Derek Miller is waiting to hit next. Miller will flip it into the first row. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rodriguez. Sugar Land with 11 hits last night. 4th in the league, a .267 team average. And the 2-2 offering on the way. Breaking ball hit on the ground to shortstop again. In between, hot fielded nicely by Franco. On to first, 2 up and 2 down. Well, the Revs right now certainly have a surplus of guys who can play shortstop. Ryan Dent has been very good over there, playing first base again tonight. Carlos Trian fell out in left field, has made a couple starts there. Of course, Alexi Casilla can also play shortstop if need be. Derek Miller up now, and the first pitch on the way. A fastball just missed outside. Janis has been there several times today, and I guess you can credit Martinez for being consistent, but Janis has wanted that call each and every time. Just a little cutter over the outside corner. The 1-0 to Miller. Fastball down and away this time. It's 2-0. Miller popped out in the first. He walked in the third. Looking to extend an 11-game hitting streak. The 2-0 pitch from Janis. Fastball blooped into shallow center. Witherspoon coming on, and he runs it down. A good read by Witherspoon. He made a catch going back onto the warning track. Back in the first inning, this time coming in. And he keeps it scoreless here after 4.5. Halfway home at Peoples Bank Park. Just 1 hit aside on 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at People's Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Blyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the Salute to Veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Josh Outman back to work. We're scoreless here, bottom of the fifth from People's Bank Park. For the Revs, bottom third of the order, Carlos Truenfell, Brian Pounds, Luis Cruz due up. And Truenfell once again making his first start in left field. Not just with the Revs, but in his minor league career. Previously has played all across the infield, second base, shortstop, third base, but never in the outfield. First pitch on the way, and he lifts it in the air, back of second base. Jansanti calling for it, and he makes the catch. One pitch, one down. It sounded like Truenfell broke his bat in the process, as he sports that bat with the bright blue barrel, and that one might be retired. Brian Pounds now up. A fly out to right field his first time through. 5 in a row retired by Outman. First pitch to Pounds. Fastball just missed, ball one. Outman set at the belt. The modified wind, the 1-0 pitch to Pounds. That one's in there. The count even, 1-1. Last year, Outman made 14 starts with New Britain. A 3-3 record, a 4.24 ERA. Pitch on the way, the 1-1 snaps over, a breaking ball, backdoors Pounds, and he's down in the count, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way, breaking ball. Pounds hits it on the ground left side. Backhanding it is Jackson. The long throw across in time. And now 6 in a row retired by Josh Outman as Pounds is set down.
And his command has really improved as the night has gone on. Pounds in that at bat did a nice job of not going after the breaking stuff early, letting it go, but Outman continued to make good pitches, and with 2 strikes, you have to swing at it. And another good breaking ball, and could only hit the top half of it.
The Revs have had just 3 base runners on the night. A single by Robinson, a walk by Dent, and one by Franco. The pitch on the way, line the opposite way, base hit right field. Luis Cruz comes through. And as I was about to talk about the fact that only the guys in the top 3 hitters in the order had gotten on base, the number 9 hitter, Luis Cruz, singles the opposite way with 2 down.
And that thing was a seed. He jumped on the first pitch, a low linea, not far off the ground, but just sailing into right, hit hard.
Second hit is a rev for Luis, and that turns the lineup over for Derek Robinson. Action starting to brew for the Skeeters in their left field bullpen. It's Michael Nix, a right-hander, in the first pitch now to Robinson, a breaking ball, down and away. Outman up to 65 pitches, and you got to figure, having worked just 2 innings this year, they don't want to stretch him out too far. The 1-0 pitch on the way upstairs. 2-0 to Derek Robinson. Robinson 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. .417 he's hitting over his last 5 games. The 2-0 pitch. High fly ball, right field, shallow. Coming in is Benson, and he camps under it and now puts it away to retire the side. One hit in the inning, and Luis Cruz left stranded. We head to the 6th at Peoples Bank Park, still scoreless on 1350 WOYK.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Steve Janis back to work here in the 6th. Scoreless between the Revs and Skeeters. 1 hit for Sugar Land, 2 for York. And neither team getting a runner past second base in this one. Anthony Jansanti leads it off for Sugar Land, 0 for 2 on the day. A 13-game hitting streak on the line. Jansanti red hot, 3rd in the league in hitting at .357 coming into play. Digging in from the right side. Janis ready to go. And the first pitch on the way, a breaking ball, stays upstairs, ball 1. Now Jansanti's a guy who likes to have fun on social media. And it's gotten him some notoriety on a couple of occasions. Janis shakes off, and now time is called. The first one involved Ronda Rousey, UFC fighter. And I guess when he was in the Cub system, different guys were talking about doing it with the gloves and having some battles in the locker room. Strike called outside corner and who could take who and this and that. And Jansanti said, well, his favorite is Ronda Rousey, and he wouldn't want to fight her. He wanted to take her out on a date. The 1-1 pitch from Janis, reached for in line down the right field line, and that will drift off and into foul ground, out of play. And so he decided he would start tweeting Ronda Rousey and leaving her tickets at his games. One tweet read, "Hey Ronda, same location, different opponent, 7 p.m. in Des Moines. Will call, will have your tickets, hashtag every day." Pitch on the way, line drive, well hit left field, Trienfeld going back, and this one is gone. Anthony Jansanti, just the 2nd hit of the evening for the Skeeters, and they have a 1-0 lead.
He's a millimeter of a second, that's not even really a time measurement, but a split second earlier, that arch nemesis would knock that thing down, but snuck it right around the right edge of it.
A line drive home run extends his hitting streak to 14. And it's a 1-0 lead for Sugar Land. That brings up Andy Wilkins. Wilkins, the only other hit of the game for the Skeeters. In the first pitch, he swings and grounds it off foul, first base side. Wilkins dumped a double down the left field line back in the 4th inning of play. Just inside the chalk down near the Skeeters bullpen. Janis comes home 0-1. That's hammered deep right field. Will it stay fair? If it does, it's gone. And it's back-to-back jacks for the Skeeters. And just like that, it's a 2-0 lead. Andy Wilkins just unloaded on that one. Deep over the Tents in right field. And Janis had given up just 1 hit through his first 5 innings. And that one hit the roof, in fact, of the clubhouse out and right.
Wilkins had done it to him in Sugar Land on Sunday. He went oppo in that game for a 2-run shot. He's been the guy that has hurt Janis the most here in these 2 starts in a row against Sugar Land.
That's his 9th home run of the season. Ties Jeremy Barfield for both the team league and the league lead. Although Barfield, as we mentioned last night, got picked up. So I don't know how you want to qualify that technicality. He has the most home runs of any active player in the league. We'll put it at that. Still nobody down. Here's Ahrens. And the pitch on the way, fouled straight back. Fletch made a quick mound visit after that second home run ball. Trying to help Janis regain his composure. The 0-1 pitch on the way, and Ahrens lines it back up the middle, and Casilla tried to pick it on a hop. It's in and out of his glove, does stay on the dirt as the shortstop Franco picks it up. 3 hits in a row now, 2 out of the ballpark, 1 an infield single. And it looks like that will be all for Steve Janis as Mark Mason comes out of the first base side dugout. A really strong start to the evening for Janis. Just 1 hit in his first 5 innings. But all of a sudden things get away from him here to start the 6th. 2 home runs followed by an infield single. No outs recorded. And as Janis leaves, we'll tell you about the new arm when we come back on the Maple Donuts pitching change. You're listening to 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What's better than a food and beer festival? How about a free food and beef festival on the best lawn in town? Saturday, June 3rd at 11 a.m. It's Brews and Skews, presented by York Traditions Bank. Party in the outfield where the York Revolution play and enjoy skewered foods, 16 varieties of craft brews, music, and entertainment for all ages. There's even a cornhole tournament. That's Brews and Skews, the free party at People's Bank Park on Saturday, June 3rd. Get all the details at brewsandskews.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Michael Click comes on, new pitcher for the Revs. 2 runs home in the inning for the Skeeters on back-to-back jacks off of Steve Janis, who exits after a strong first 5 innings. And as Michael Click concludes his warm-up tosses, we'll pause for station identification on the Revs Baseball Network.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
So Michael Click comes on, last worked against New Britain on the 23rd. A scoreless frame, walked 1 and struck out 1. And he will first face Travis Scott. Aaron's an infield hit. He stands at first base, being held by Dent. A line drive that Alexi Casilla tried to pick on a backhand hop. It glanced off his glove and stayed in the infield. And the first pitch on the way to Scott. Fastball popped up, fouled out of play, third base side. Scott 0 for 2, a pop out to shortstop and a strikeout. 1 of 2 on the night for Steve Janis. Aaron's at first, the responsibility of Janis, but Click trying to keep him on the base paths. The 0-1 on the way to Scott. Breaking ball, swung and missed. A big cut. He leaned back. Click came in with the slider, and Scott came up empty. Click yet to record a decision on the season, but a very good 1.35 ERA in 13 1/3 innings of work. He leans in with his glove tucked to his chest, ball behind his back. Checks on Aaron's at first as he comes set. The pitch on the way to Scott. Fastball, swing and a miss. Michael Click with his first strikeout. Induced 2 whiffs from Scott, 1 on a slider, 1 on a fastball. And there's 1 out here in the 6th. Now it's Ryan Jackson, the shortstop. 2 walks in the ball game. Now reaching base 5 out of his first 6 times. Quick throw to first, and getting back in with a head first dive is Aarons. Dent over there at first again tonight. And the other day before he played first base, he had Polo go out around second base during batting practice behind that second base screen and hit fungos to him to simulate bounces to first base on a throw. The pitch to Jackson, fastball lifted in the air, back of second base, Casilla going out. Robinson was coming in, but Casilla calls, waving his arms, reaches up to glove it for out number 2.
That's the first time I had ever seen someone work on that in that fashion. May have just never noticed it before, but I thought it was a tremendously creative way to do that.
I was thinking the same thing. And a tremendous ability by Polo to be able to hit a fungo with such accuracy 90 feet away. But Dent got his scoops in as he continues to hold on Aaron's here, now with 2 away, and the lefty Cordero at the plate. Casilla again shifted over towards the hole on the right side, and the pitch on the way. Fastball hit the other way down the line and left, pretty well struck, but it'll get back and out of play. But Dent certainly one of those guys that loves to get his reps in, whether it be in the cage before batting practice, all around the infield. We know he plays them all. Cordero 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out, and Click checks on first, and Aarons is back in safely. Cordero taps the outside corner, waves the bat over home plate. Going with the high blue socks, white stripes, and a white arm sleeve on his back left shoulder. The 0-1 home from Click. Fastball hit in the air, out of play again, left side, and that will get out of the stadium. Click in the driver's seat, 0-2. And I've talked to Michael about this before. He does prefer being a one-inning guy, but an economical job here in the 6th. We could see him again. No action for the Revs currently in the right field bullpen. Trying to finish off Albert Cordero, the DH tonight. A quick throw to first. Feet going fast, arm coming slow, and Aaron's back in safely. A lot of times when pitchers want to go to their B move, they just slow down 1/2. That time Click slowing his upper body on the throw over. Click sets, drops his hands to his belt, kicks and fires. Runner goes, and Cordero fouls it back. So Aarons will head back to first base. Click gets a new baseball. He'll rub it down. Aarons on the season, 5 steals. Dent holding him on. Again, Casilla playing over there. The infield plays Cordero to pull. The outfield now playing the opposite way. Interesting. Click fires 0-2. Fastball lifted in the air. Pretty well hit. Left center field. Going back. Trienfeld looking up. It's gone. 3rd home run of the inning for the Skeeters. 2 off Janis and now 1 off of Click. And it's a 4-0 Sugar Land lead. And that coming on 0-2. We've talked to Mace about the 2-strike hits. He's estimated 40 in this week, coming with 2 strikes, and none bigger than that one.
Looked like fastball middle away and just sat back and took it that way, barreled it up.
Joe Benson, the right fielder, stands in now. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball fouled off right side and out of play. For Cordero, his 2nd home run of the year. 12th run driven in.
It's only the 9th hit off Click in 14 innings.
Benson, an open stance from the right side. Click fires 0-1. Breaking ball fouled off right side. And Daryl, you and I have talked to Mace about what reasons he attributes those 2-strike pitches to, and what he's mentioned to us are pitchers going with not their best stuff, but Click that time with a fastball, and I think in that situation it just caught a little too much of the plate. The pitch to Benson, 0-2, fought off towards the Revs' first base side dugout as the right fielder stays alive.
Yeah, I would agree. That time, I think, burned on the location more so. And that ends a scoreless streak for Click that had spanned his last 10 appearances. First run allowed since May 1st.
Still trying to battle here to get out of the 6th. 4-0 the deficit, and the right fielder Benson skies it to his counterpart Robinson in right, and Robinson will put it away to retire the side. But 4 runs for the Skeeters in the inning, 3 home runs on 4 hits, and nobody left. Revs trying to answer here, heading to the bottom of the 6th on 1350 WOYK.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey Revs fans, get points for great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
New pitcher on for the Skeeters, it's right-hander Michael Nix, as he takes over for Josh Outman, who stands in line for the victory. His team coming up with 4 runs in the top of the 6th. 3 thanks to home run balls, the most the Revs have given up in a single inning all season. Jansanti, Wilkins, and Cordero all going deep in the frame. Ryan Dent, the hitter, in the first pitch from Nix. Over at the knees, strike 1. Nix, a big guy, 6'5", 235. And he makes his home in Sugar Land, Texas as well. The 0-1 pitch, down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nix, in his 12th professional season, has made it as high as AAA. Lines over his head, delivers to Dent, a breaking ball down and away, and the count now 2-1. Nix making his 9th appearance of the season. 2-5 his record, 3.89 ERA, and Dent hits it on the ground to shortstop. Jackson up with it and fires across the diamond, a stretch over there by Scott at first. And there's 1 away to start the 6th. Revs Baseball brought to you by Image 360, Yingling's Ice Cream, Highmark, Isaacs, Sheets, Ace Distributing, and Standball Plumbing and Heating. 4-0 Skeeters on top. Angel Franco the batter. And the pitch on the way from Nix. Fastball just off the outside edge. Franco a walk and a pop out. And now time is called. Not sure what for. Silvio Martinez, the umpire, taking some time to himself, it looks like. I don't know if he's feeling lightheaded or what happened. Maybe got something in his eye, but he stepped back. Now back in behind Rodriguez behind the plate. Franco batting from the left side, the 1-0 pitch from Nix. Slider over the heart of the plate, it's 1-1.
Earlier tonight, he was talking with the first base on Chris Engstrand, and it looked like, I don't know, it just looked like he wasn't feeling 100%, but we're all the way up here.
1-1 pitch to Franco, fisted towards third, and by the third baseman, Aarons, down the left field line. Franco around first, he's digging for 2, and he will make it standing. He now thinks about 3 and then backpedals towards second base. A 1-out double for Franco and the first extra base hit of the game for the Revs. Off the fist, and I don't think Aaron's got a good read on it. Some nasty spin as well. And it got by him and down the line. So that brings Guzman up in an RBI spot. Joel 0 for 2, a line out to center and a strikeout. Nix kicks and fires. Fastball gets by the catcher Rodriguez. Franco up to third on the play. And the Revs have their first run of the game standing 90 feet away. That'll go as a pass ball on Rodriguez as it went right between the wickets. So now a productive out from Joel could get a run home. Revs trail it 4-0. 4 runs on 5 hits from the Skeeters. Nothing on 3 for the Revs. Pitch to Guzman, down low, this time smothered by Rodriguez right at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Guzman. Nick slowing his pace. Joel taps the outside corner, waves his bat over home plate. And the pitch to Guzman, hit in the air well, deep left field. Looking up, Wilkins, this one is gone! Joel Guzman, a 2-run shot, and the Revs cut the deficit in half. It's 4-2. Joel smacks his hands, Cannonball Charlie lets the trigger go. And just like that, the Revs are right back in it.
Silvio Martinez, the plate ump, stood there to make sure Guzman touched the plate, and he had both ears plugged with his fingers, knowing that the cannon was coming. It's got to feel great for Joel, though. Been a long time for him to bust out like that.
Pitch to Witherspoon, fastball for a strike. 3rd bomb of the year for Guzzi. This one coming in timely fashion. Nice to see the Revs respond after the 4 spot put up by the Skeeters in the top half. Pitch to Witherspoon just below the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to the Revs center fielder. You can feel the crowd getting right into it as well. Hard not to after that moonshot, and the pitch on the way down and in. 2-1. So the Skeeters in their first 5 innings, 1 hit, then they had 4 in the 6th. The pitch to Witherspoon, and that one bounces in. For the Revs, 2 hits in their first 5 innings, 2 in the 6th. Hitters count 3-1 to Travis Witherspoon. Two strikeouts on the day. Looking to change that. The pitch on the way hit hard on the ground and past the dive of Aarons at third. That will get down the left field line. Witherspoon with the afterburners on, coasts into second base. Slides in safely with a 1-out double. Three hits in the inning, all for extra bases. And the Revs not done.
Well, we had a combined 3 hits between the two teams heading into the inning. And here in the 6th, Sugar Land 4 hits, 3 homers. The Revs 3 hits, 2 doubles and a homer.
Here comes Alexi Casilla. Now batting from the left side. He was 0 for 2 from the right side. A look back at second, now the pitch from Nix, and Casilla fouls it off down the right field line. Casilla bends his knees, rests the bat on his back shoulder. Tennis ball colored batting gloves. And Nick steps away. Casilla, the newest addition, looking to keep this inning going, and the pitch on the way. He pops it up, third base side. Calling for it is Aarons, coming over Jackson, and now Jackson will take charge and put it away for out number 2.
Right before that pitch, Rodriguez, the catcher, faked a setup away and quickly hopped back in. So they were trying to play with whatever the Revs were seeing before the pitch, whether it was Casilla out of the corner of his eye or even Witherspoon out at second trying to give him a tip.
So now it'll take a 2-out base hit from Carlos Trienfeld to get Witherspoon home. Nick sets. Looks back at Witherspoon, a big lead, and the pitch on the way, down low, ball 1. Trienfeld, as we mentioned, getting the start out there in left field this evening. Five hits in 25 at bats in about a week with the club. Pitch on the way. Watches a strike on the outside corner. 85 from Michael Nix. It's 1-1. Trienfeld in a slightly open stance. Has the shin guard protecting his front left ankle, and the pitch on the way bounces in.
This is the second time in as many weekends that we've seen Sugar Land have to use Nix in between starts out of the bullpen. The Revs had an unearned run off him last Saturday in Texas.
This is Nick's 9th appearance. 7 have been starts. Now up over 35 innings on the year. The 2-1 to Trienfeld. Line drive towards right field, but right at Benson, who's there to glove it and retire the side. But the Revs cut the lead in half on a 2-run bomb by Joel Guzman over the arch nemesis. It's 4-2 heading to the 7th. Darrell Henry will take you home when we come back on 1350 WOYK.
York Mitsubishi is seeing red. Don't miss their Red Tide sale during the Memorial Day sale. Red Tides make pricing easy because you get the bottom line. Buy a new 2017 Outlander Sport, only $17,995. 2017 Mirage G4s, $12,695. America's best price new car. 2017 Mitsubishi Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Mirages, and Lancers come with available 0% financing to qualified buyers. And all new Mitsubishis come with their 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. York Mitsubishi, Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 7th, 4-2. Sugar Land leads it. Brad Allen will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Mace had hinted at moving Jared Martin to the closer's role. He's just been unstoppably dominant. So I don't think so much anything that Allen did as much as Martin's just been that unhittable. But Allen and Hutchinson now expected to share the late inning setup duties, and innings could potentially depend on matchup, whether they have more righties or lefties coming up. Allen in his 14th game, 3 saves as the closer, 1-1 with a 3.77 ERA. And he'll face Wilfredo Rodriguez up first. He deals, and a swing and a pop-up foul. Cruz back toward the netting, and he is out of room. It lands off the railing right behind the first row of seats at the left edge of the net. No balls and a strike. Well, the Revs victimized again tonight by the big inning. Sugar Land a 4-run fourth to take control last night, a 4-run sixth tonight. But you've got to be happy with what Steve Janis did. Took a 1-hit shutout into the sixth. And he ended up 5+ innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, but pretty solid start. Here's a swing and a miss. Fastball, 0-2. One of the runs inherited after he left. Allen kicks and deals, and in the dirt. And I don't know if this happened or not, but take a 1-hit shutout into an inning, and first guy homers, and you wonder if maybe Janis was still a little frustrated about that when the second guy went yard. Fletch came out after that second one. It was the 1-2, and a liner the other way and right. Robinson creeping to his right to line it up, and he's got it. Got down low to get a read on it, and makes the catch, 1 out.
I think unfortunately for the Revs, this is not the first time that they've had a pitcher in recent days get frustrated and give up a big hit. We saw it with Tyrell Harris the other day. Gailey last night gave up a couple home runs. Got to be able to move on.
Here's Derek Miller, who looks at a ball low.
Of course, easier said than done, but just because one guy hits one doesn't mean you have any less ability to get the next guy out. You have to approach them the same way you otherwise would.
1 out, and that just missed below the knees. Now Janis did hold an opponent to 3 runs or fewer for the 6th time in 7 starts. Pitch to Miller, big swing and a miss. He had tied the game off Allen with a home run in the 9th last Sunday. These two square off again. Skeeters with their new addition, Julio DePaula, up in the left field bullpen. Pitch here, a fastball, it's a called strike. Outer edge, 2-2. Allen last in on Wednesday night against New Britain, 2 innings, or almost 2 innings, 46 pitches. Here's the 2-2, and a swing and a foul back. And a scoreless 9th in a tie game, but then gave up 2 in the 10th inning. Miller 0 for 2 with a walk and a steal tonight. Pitch, and he rips it at third. What a pick, Brian Pounds. He'll steady, makes the throw across, 2 down. A hot shot at third on the in-between hop, and Pounds picks it cleanly with the glove hand over to his left.
And I'm sure much of that was simply just reaction, but what he did nicely was he knew he wouldn't have time to move his feet and get in front of it, but he was able to kind of pivot and open up his left leg and get his glove down and watch it all the way in.
2 outs for Allen. He'll face Anthony Jansanti. First pitch here, a swing and a high fly and left, and Trienfeld under it trying to find it. Now backs up onto the track, and he makes the grab. He lost it above the lights in the twilight, up in the clouds, and backing up, he makes the grab, approaching the Martin's Chip sign. It's a 1-2-3, top of the 7th for Allen, and Trienfeld had it all the way. 7th inning stretch here at Peoples Bank Park. Revs trailing 4-2.
Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers quality material handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Penalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438 or online at MidAtlanticIndustrial.com.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This Sunday, join the York Revolution in a salute to veterans at People's Bank Park. Gates open at noon, and all veterans receive free tickets to the 1 p.m. game. Plus, Pittsburgh Steelers legend and U.S. Army veteran Rocky Blyer will join the pregame ceremony and sign autographs. Help the Revolution honor the heroes of our community: Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Join us for the Salute to Veterans this Sunday beginning at noon. Honoring our heroes with family and friends, that's Revs time.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Down 4-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. They will face a guy that began the day in their clubhouse, Julio DePaula. He began the day in the midst of his 5th season with the Revs and traded to Sugar Land earlier for a player to be named later. Pounds up first, and a breaking ball wrinkles back for a called strike. Pounds, Cruz, and Robinson here in the 7th, down 4-2. It's the 0-1, and it misses down and away. DePaula, I don't know which route he took from one side of the field to the other, but now in royal blue he deals, and a chopper to shortstop. Backing up to his left is Jackson. He's got it, threw off his heels, but on target at first. One away. DePaula in 9 outings had a 6.75 ERA. Opponents were hitting .385. It seemed like most of the damage he had given up came in this park. It's Luis Cruz, who's 1 for 2. First pitch is down low. Should the internet ever work, I'll tell you the exact numbers. 1-0, and that breaks outside and bounces to the screen. I think that's the reason for my erroneous tweet last night, the internet.
Without internet, it would not have happened.
That's exactly right. Let's blame the internet. Pitch to Cruz, a broken bat loop, third base side, and that'll find the seats. I briefly thought we were still playing the Bees. They're both undesirable insects, so. Cruz over to get some new lumber after that bat cracked.
It's got to be weird to face a guy you were just catching the other day.
It's happened on rare occasions in the big leagues where a guy goes from one clubhouse to another. DePaula at home had an 11.81 ERA. Opponents were hitting .500 here. Pitch is in tight. 5 1/3, 13 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned. On the road, he had gone 4 scoreless, only 2 hits allowed. He fires, and a foul tip straight back. So with Sugar Land's pitching-friendly ballpark, would not be a surprise for him to go down there and pitch well. Now ready. 3-2, and a breaking ball, strike 3 called. Cruz was jumping backward, and DePaula had him fooled. 3-2 hook. Although not totally surprising, he throws a slider about as often as most pitchers throw fastballs. With 2 down, we go to the top of the order, and Derek Robinson, who's 1 for 3. Revs trail 4-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, fastball, strike, outside corner at 92. Now nods yes. The 0-1, and it misses down low. He might be taking this outing a little personal tonight. It's the 1-1. Backdoor hook and a called strike. I don't remember him at 92 that often here this season. Shakes off again. And now time asked for. I wonder if Don knew before he got here tonight, because that was his host family. Or if Don down there in Section 5 is finding out just now. It's the 1-2. Called third strike. 92 on the outside corner. And Julio DePaula, a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th with 2 strikeouts against his former team. We'll go to the 8th here tonight. Sugar Land in front, 4-2.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
At Life Path Christian Ministries, members of our community come to us in need of support systems. We serve the single mother with 3 kids who needs a place to stabilize, the teenager whose mom and dad are working 2 jobs and are not home at night, the young man who never found the right family to love and care for him as he was passed through the foster care system, the Iraq War veteran who was dishonorably discharged and still struggles to break free from alcohol. Although each of these situations is different, the common thread that runs within them is the unmet need. Through love and understanding, and with the support of people like you, Life Path Christian Ministries is able to meet those needs every day. For more information on how you too can make an impact, visit online at lifepathyork.org or give us a call at 717-845-7662. Again, that's 845-7662.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 8th, and Mark Mason using the late inning bullpen lineup that he hopes to use with a lead at some point. Allen in the 7th, Chase Hutchinson now here in the 8th, and Jared Martin is the new closer. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. So Hutchinson, who's been brilliant, takes over. 4-2, Sugar Land the lead. Do owe you a York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, which we will get to this inning. For Hutchinson, this is game number 12, 1-0 with an ERA of 0, 11 1/3 innings, 1 unearned run, just 5 hits. First pitch to Andy Wilkins breaks outside. Wilkins 2 for 3 tonight, a bloop double and a homer onto the clubhouse roof and right. 1-0, and he lines it down the line in right field. There's another hit. Robinson toward the line to play it off the base of the wall, and Wilkins with his third consecutive extra base hit. He pulls in with a double, leading off an inning for the second time tonight. And Sugar Land looking to add insurance. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Lancaster looking to sweep a day-night doubleheader at Long Island. They won a day game 6-4. They lead the night game 6-0 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Southern Maryland playing a day-nighter in New Britain, and the Blue Crabs won the first game 2-0 in 7. They lead the night game 4-0 in the 8th. Here's Kevin Ahrens. He swings, grounds the first one to short. Franco's got it, and the throw across in time. So in the 4th, Wilkins doubled and Ahrens grounded to short. In the 8th, Wilkins doubles and Ahrens grounds to short. Wilkins remains at second with one out. 6th ground ball handled by Franco tonight, along with a couple of pop-ups. And Travis Scott up next. So last night was rough. The Revs were the only Freedom Division team that lost. Tonight could be doubly rough. First pitch to Scott is down and away, scooped in front by Cruz, who keeps it nearby. Tonight we could be looking at, in the Freedom Division, York losing, Sugar Land winning, and the other two teams winning twice.
No bueno.
Not a best day ever right there. It's the 1-0 to Scott, and a swing and a miss. Fastball from Hutchinson. Scott 0 for 3 tonight, a pop-up, 2 strikeouts. The 1-1 pitch, and it misses down and away. I'd like to say hi to Stephen Penny, who's tuned in tonight. Big Pen. It's the pitch. And a swing and a foul tip behind the plate, and it rattles off some gear. Penny likes to visit our station's comment section from time to time to let us know that he's tuned in. No visit here. Cruz and Hutchinson meeting just to be safe together on signs. Now Hutchinson trying to keep this a 2-run game. Now the lefty ready. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He fooled him on a slider. Scott a half swing. Goes around on it chasing. 2 down in the 8th. Revs have struck him out for the 3rd time tonight. But one of the reasons that Sugar Land desired adding DePaula, their closer, Felipe Paulino, just went to Mexico. The Revs down 2 right now in the late innings. They don't have Paulino any longer. Here's Ryan Jackson, and he bounces the first one back softly to Hutchinson, who runs toward first, and a hard underhand toss to get it the rest of the way there. The leadoff double goes nowhere else as Hutchinson retires the next 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Revs trail the Skeeters 4-2.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, world-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Savills Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the eighth, 4-2. Sugar Land leads. Trying to take the first two in this series. Right-hander Mark Haynes is their new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Saw him a couple of times in Texas last week. He's 1-0 with a 2.30 ERA in 14 games, 2 saves. 15 2/3 innings. Fewer hits than innings, only 13 hits, but 10 walks. 15 strikeouts. It'll be Ryan Dent to lead off. 2, 3, and 4 in the order. And Haynes with first pitch. It's over for a strike. If he holds their lead into the 9th inning, it'll be interesting to see. They have not faced the situation yet since Paulino left. Who would close? There's the 0-1 and a swing and a foul back. Dustin Richardson has been dominant, but he's their only lefty. So they would no longer have the ability to match up if it's him, but as good as he's been, I would kind of assume that it would be him. Dan 0 for 2 with a walk. And Haynes the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. It bounced up off the catcher and hit Dent up near the chest. Josh Outman tonight was on point, 5 scoreless, 2 hits. Lefty throwing 91 and located all of his stuff. Janis was very good, but got to tip your cap to Outman, who's in line for the win. Sent up in, pitch to Denny, rips a base hit up the middle, smashes a single to center, and the leadoff man is on. They wanted that ball in, and Haynes left it over the plate, and Dent all over it. Now has a hit in 9 of his last 10. And here's Angel Franco. Franco 1 for 2 tonight, a double, a walk, and a run. The only 2 runs tonight. A Joel Guzman homer in the 6th. He's on deck. And Haynes ready. Pitch to Franco down low. Rodriguez picks that. By the way, tonight's 8th inning brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. Tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea and sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Gordon Bell may have an option to help you. There's a move to first, and Dent diving back. Make your appointment. Let Dr. Bell help determine the best treatment for your needs. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. The stretch. A 1-0 to Franco. Fastball missed high. Each team now with 6 hits on the evening. It was scoreless into the 6th inning with York out hitting Sugar Land 2-1 through the first 5. All the runs in this game coming in the 6th. The stretch 2-0. And it's on the outside corner, a cutter for a strike. Haynes has his sign. And the 2-1 runner goes, and it's outside. Rodriguez, the throw down, and dents in there. He slides in and steals second. In scoring position with no outs. He thought he could make it, and he does. And the Revs now in a situation where they can play for one run and make it a one-run game, going to the ninth, if not the big inning. Dent with his third steal. And a 3-1 count to Franco, who will at least try to move him up. Haynes the pitch, and he swings, skies it to left. Wilkins toward the line, it's carrying toward the corner. He got turned around and dropped it! And Dent will head to third, Franco's on. Throw comes into second, and they're at the corners with nobody out. On an air in left field. Wilkins moved from the infield out there with Barfield's departure, and he got turned all different directions on the fly and dropped it on the warning track.
Well, the Revs get the break on Franco reaching, but Dent on the play went back to second to tag, and I understand trying to get to third base with one out, but usually on a ball to left, especially given how shallow left field is here at People's Bank Park, you're probably not going to make it, and that might have in fact cost the Revs a run on the play.
Joel Guzman will try to get him home here. First and third, first pitch is fouled back to the net, had a big rip. Guzman 1 for 3, a 2-run homer in his last at bat, back in the sixth. Before that, hit a hard line drive to center that was caught. He's swung the bat better tonight than he has in some time. Now Haynes ready. And the 0-1. Ooh, up and in. He drops the bat. Bending backward to avoid being hit. And the bat fell out of his hands. And then he went to pick it up and it slipped out of his hands right across home plate. 1-1 the count. Haynes ready at the corners. 1-1. And he tried to check. Breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked by Rodriguez. There's no call yet. What the heck was it? I guess no swing, and it's a ball. 2-1. Skeeters, the third best team defense in the league, but giving the Revs a break. York trying to take advantage. 2-1. And a high pop foul. That'll get out of play off to the right. That fastball at 91. And that thing hit a seat and caromed all the way out to the second baseman. 2-2. Now Haynes set. Holds the 2-2 and a foul tip. That deflected off the catcher Rodriguez and back into the net. Travis Witherspoon on deck. Revs with first and third, no outs. Haynes will set. Letter high again. Another 2-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. He froze Guzman. He's down looking on the curve, 1 away. Oh, he broke off a good one there. One made Guzman's knees buckle a bit. So first and third with one out. Travis Witherspoon digs in. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Haynes last year was in the American Association with Kansas City and also in 3 appearances with Sugar Land. He sets and delivers, and a called strike, fastball in. Not the one Witherspoon wanted on the first pitch. Haynes, who made it to AAA with the Phillies and the Dodgers earlier in his career. Sugar Land native. He's ready. Checks and delivers and missed outside a fastball. Haynes, who went to Rice University after attending Austin High School in Sugar Land, same alma mater as Michael Rocket. Now ready and a move to first. Diving back is Franco. Revs have to at least get the run home from third and make it a 1-run game going to the 9th. That one's been in scoring position for them. Haynes to the plate, and a breaking ball. That sweeps back for strike 2. He jumps ahead. And he has used that very effectively at right-hand hitters and breaking it back. Sugar Land with Dustin Richardson up in the bullpen right now. There's the stretch from Haynes. And the 1-2, curveball, a little high. Good eye from Witherspoon. Wasn't all that far off the same slot as the previous one that was a strike. Earlier in the inning, Haynes was burned on a 2-strike fastball that Dent singled on. Here's the stretch. And the 2-2. Fastball missed in. Witherspoon shuffling the feet. As that was in off the dish, it's a full count. And the Revs, with a runner at third, might be apt to send Franco here and stay out of the double play.
And I don't think Haynes wants to load the bases and put the tying run in scoring position. I'd sit dead right if I'm Witherspoon.
Stretch, and he'll step off. A peek over at Franco. Revs down 4-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Trying to erase what was a 4-0 hole. There's the stretch. And the 3-2. Swinging a chopper to third. Aarons charges and he boots it. Dent into score, and it's 4-3. Witherspoon with the high chop, and Aarons charging in. Reached down and snow coned it and then kicked it. And it's an error on the third baseman. 2 errors in the inning. Might have been trying to do too much with it before he had it. It will be an RBI for Witherspoon. And it's a 4-3 game with first and second and still only 1 out. A good at bat from Witherspoon, who never bit on any of the close ones. And here's Alexi Casilla, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Rodriguez will call time and head out to talk with his reliever. At first and second with 1 out, it's a 1-run game. We'll pause quickly here for a station ID.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Darrell Henry along with Matt Present. The Revs trying to come back tonight, down 4-3 here in the 8th. And Haynes ready after the brief visit. Pitch to Casilla, changeup missed away, and a late squeeze by Rodriguez, who was a little fooled in the movement. 1-0. Revs benefiting from 2 errors in the inning. 1-0. And a swing and a miss. High fastball. Casilla, a ground out, strikeout, pop up tonight. Speed on base. There's the stretch. A look back at second, the 1-1. And it missed outside. Franco at second, the tying run. Witherspoon at first would be the go-ahead run. Now Haynes ready. And the 2-1. Fastball, it's a little low. Close. Skeeters do have Dustin Richardson ready. Whether or not he's the new closer, we think he probably is, but Revs don't have any lefties to match up against. The 3-1, and it sinks down low. Ball 4 to Casilla, and the bases are loaded. And Carlos Trienfel will be called back. Michael Burgess to the on-deck circle. And now is Gary Gaetti going to wait until he's announced and then go to Richardson? I would think that he would. I'm sure Mace already's played it out in his head. Would I rather have Burgess against Richardson or the previous matchup? Is Gaetti. Here he comes.
And here's the other thing. They could waste Burgess right here and go to Tejeda.
Yeah. And Mace just pointed toward the end of his dugout, and he might. Well, for now it'll be Burgess who stays in the on-deck circle. And Gaetti will go to the lefty Richardson. Well, it's not like Burgess has never hit a lefty before. I mean, he's a good option. Richardson's been lights out. They might be trying to get 5 outs from him now, which is not easy to do. Richardson in 15 games, 1 save, no record. 0.68 ERA, 13 1/3 innings, just 4 hits. Opponents are hitting .093, 1 run, 6 walks, 21 Ks in those 13 1/3.
Well, looking at the numbers real quickly, the 3 guys on Mace's bench, none of them particularly good against left-handers. That's in part why they were on the bench to start this game with Josh Outman going. Burgess actually the best of the 3, a .238 average. Tejeda .208 against lefties, and Mitchell .105 against left-handers.
Now they wanted to get Trienfel in the lineup more, get him some more at-bats. His night, though, will end here. Burgess pinch hitting.
And based on the fact that Burgess is going to stay in this slot, I would expect to see Mitchell take his place in the outfield, probably go to right, and Robinson come back over to left. Burgess, of course, can play the outfield, but with the unlikelihood of them getting back around to him in the lineup, I think with a tight game, you want to go with your best defensive alignment for the top of the 9th.
Richardson was in 2 games against York last weekend, mostly matching up, but it was not against Burgess. Those 2 did not square off. So here's Michael hitting .284, 5 homers, 18 driven in. They're loaded with 1 out. And the first pitch, breaking ball, he pops it up. And right by the mound, it's an infield fly rule. Second baseman Jan Santee catches it. First pitch swinging. And Richardson went with the hook and got him to pop it up. So 2 down, and it falls on the shoulders of Brian Pounds, trailing 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Tying run at third, go ahead at second, another man on at first.
And what a time this would be for Pounds to break out.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Had a healthy cut. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Now Richardson to the belt. And the 0-1 missed inside, made Pounds move back. And Rodriguez had to reach for that ball. Richardson 6'6". Big lefty. Nasty stuff. He's been almost unhittable. Couple of years in the big leagues with the Red Sox, 39 games. It's the 1-1. Swing at a sharp grounder at short, backhand pick. Jackson, a long throw in the dirt and knocked down by Travis Scott. The tying run scores. 4-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. And Brian Pounds will be given credit for the infield hit. An RBI, and it's a 4-4 game here in the bottom of the 8th. Jackson, a deep throw, and he bounced it. Scott saves the potential go-ahead run for the moment by knocking it down, but unable to make the pick. And here's Luis Cruz. First pitch, tails down and away. Another late reach by the catcher on that nasty moving stuff. That easily could have been the third error of the inning. Cruz with him loaded. The 1-0 missed outside. It's a 4-4 game, and Cruz now a 2-0 count, trying to give York the lead. One for 3 here in his home debut tonight. Stretch from Richardson. And the 2-0 way inside. 3 balls and no strikes. And he'll be taking 1 strike. He might want to take 2. A ball away from giving the Revs the lead in the 8th. Richardson the stretch, and the 3-0 right down the middle and a strike. Last time Sugar Land was here in the postseason, the Revs were 3-0 with the bases loaded, trying to win it in the 9th. Skeeter bullpen came back from that. The 3-1 and a check swing foul over to the on-deck area. That would have been a strike anyway. And it is 3-2. Revs looking for a last at-bat win tonight. Pitch. Missed inside! And Luis Cruz with the bases loaded walk. Richardson barking in at home plate. Witherspoon crosses home plate. And the Revs have their first lead of the night. It's 5-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. And Luis Cruz in his home debut hopes that that's a game winner with Jared Martin loosening up. Here's Derek Robinson with the bases loaded. First pitch, breaking ball, sweeps across for a strike. Richardson was hollering, but I think it was inside. 9th hitter of the inning, and Robinson lays off a low slider, 1-1. Well, the Revs have gotten some help, but nonetheless, big comeback, 5 unanswered. The 1-1, and a fastball in for a strike. Robinson 1 for 4 tonight. They're in search of their first last at-bat victory at home this season. There's the stretch and the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball away, got him. But Richardson glaring in at the plate and still jawing at Silvio Martinez as he walks off. Revs take the lead with 3 runs, 2 of them unearned, on 2 hits, 2 errors, and the bases left loaded. We go to the 9th. Revs looking to come from behind and win it. They lead 5-4.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Your county, your team. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 9th, it's Jared Martin who's on, looking for his first save as the team's closer. He does have 1 save already. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Derek Robinson goes from right to left. Jared Mitchell comes in defensively in right. And those are the changes. It'll be 7-8-9 for the Skeeters, with Martin trying to slam the door on this 5-game losing streak. Martin, no record, 15 games, 1 save, a 1.17 ERA, 15 and a third innings, just 9 hits, 10 walks, 22 Ks. Gary Gaetti checking on the changes with the plate ump, which might also be a stall tactic, trying to disrupt Martin. Cordero, Benson, Rodriguez due to bat. Cordero, the switch hitter, will bat from the right. Martin, 11 career saves. First pitch, fastball, it's at the knees, a called strike at 95 with sink. Had a career-high 7 saves at Double-A Chattanooga with the Dodgers in 2014. The 0-1, swinging a grounder foul, third base side. Cordero 1 for 3, had a 2-run homer in the 6th, which at the time made it 4-0. The Revs with a 2-run homer from Guzman in the 6th, and then 3 unearned in the 8th to take the lead. Guarding the lines as tightly as possible. Here's the 0-2, missed outside at 94. Martin nods yes, and ready. The 1-2, swing and a miss! He struck him out A slider away, and Cordero swings through it. One down here in the top of the 9th. Martin now with 16 strikeouts in his last 7 2/3 innings of work. Here's Joe Benson, who's 0 for 3. Now Martin ready. First pitch, Janice swinging a foul over the roof, first base side, late on 95. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for York, 4, 6, and 2 for Sugar Land.